Hey, everybody.
Welcome back to our podcast where we agree
To disagree.
on a whole lot of different stuff. Today we are finishing
Part two
of hot topics, hot takes. First, we wanted to start with a question, though, and that's how do you take off a Band-Aid? Because Mykayla just got mad at me because I took off her Band-Aid fast. That's how the whole phrase, the saying is rip it off like a Band-Aid.
No.
Yes, that's a real.
When the Band-Aid is glued on, then it hurts.
She says, take this off for me. So I rip it off, and then she screams at me, what are you doing?
Because it hurt.
Yeah, but if you do it slowly, it hurts worse because it's more pain over more time.
No, I think it was a small enough Band-Aid where you could just kind of the first part and then the second part. You're just like, and it was still like really stuck onto my skin.
It's like an ice bath. You don't get in slowly. You just jump in, and it's all over with.
When my Band-Aid's flappy, it's one thing to just take it off. But when it's
I don't know what a flappy Band-Aid means.
When the Band-Aid's been on and it's like not really sticking anymore, and you can just, or if you have like a really bad like scab underneath and the Band-Aid's on it, then you might kind of want to like, kind of get it off instead of like kind of slowly ripping on the skin. But no, that was too far. It hurt.
Okay, well, it's not like it ripped off your skin or anything. So.
I think it did. Looks a little pastier there, which I don't know how that can be because I'm already pretty pasty.
Well, let us know in the comments how you take off Band-Aids. Mykayla's definitely wrong. But anyways, last time we talked about PDA, girls' nights, guys' nights, cursing, makeup, kissing on a first date, and fast food. And we're starting off today's hot topics with dog versus cat people. Are you a dog or a cat person?
I mean, I feel like I have to say cat person because we have a cat, but I've grown up with tons of animals, dogs, cats.
Speaking of cats, if you hear stuff in the background, that's Mello.
I'm worried she's going to be rolling that around.
That's fine. Just let her do her thing. Mello loves when we do podcasts. She knows when I set the equipment up, she gets so excited. She's running around sniffing it, and she'll sit right in front of the camera. We usually put her in the room to like lock her away so she doesn't distract us, but then she just cries the whole time, so it does distract us. So sometimes we let her out. Anyways, keep going though.
I don't know what I was going to say.
You were talking about you had cats growing up?
Oh, yeah. I had cats and dogs growing up. I mean, I definitely have to say I'm more of a cat person than a dog person because we had this one cat that would always... My sister was going to pick out a cat, and they called her the cat lady because they showed up to her house, and she had like hundreds of cats just living in her house.
Gross.
And then the cat that my sister got, Autumn... she would hide in cupboards, and she didn't like anybody wouldn't come out of the cupboards, but for some reason she came out for my sister, and so my sister's like, I want that one, and the lady, is like, well, that's crazy, like that cat, always is in the cupboard, doesn't like anybody. So anyway, it kind of ended up becoming my cat, and I loved it so much, and she was the cutest thing and would hug her and wrap around my neck every time I picked her up. She would sleep with me at night. Loved me a lot more than Mello does, but so I definitely have to say I'm more of a cat person because we had dogs at the time too, but I cared more about my cat than my dog. I think some dogs are really awesome and I think are great. Some dogs are just really annoying. They bark, they don't shut up, and it's hard because I have so many friends that say like, my dog is so well trained, like it just listens. But then it's not. I'm like, no, it's not. I don't care how much you train your dog, it still does not listen. A dog's going to do what a dog's going to do. Which, I mean, there might be some hate there from you guys that have dogs because you might think otherwise. And I love dogs, but they're just kind of gross. Like the older I get, I just don't like dogs as much anymore. They're just kind of annoying. They slobber, they jump. I'm like, get off me, you're annoying. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to stick with being a cat person.
That's a good choice. I wouldn't say I'm either. If people ask me, I'm like, I'm not a cat person. I'm a Mello person though. Mello's really cool. Mello's she's a real one.
You didn't really care for cats before we got Mello, but you've never really had a cat.
Well, growing up, I had snakes. pets. I'm still a snake. If it weren't for Mykayla, I'd still probably have a
Jonas
pet snake.
likes reptiles. When
I
we were
just think
living in
they're so
Arizona, let's catch a scorpion.
Yeah.
And then we had a little, because when we first moved into our apartment, it was still like a new build, so they were still building and everything. And there was a mouse, was it a little mouse that was in our house, and Jonas caught it and like kept it for a couple days or something, and then you let it go.
Mm-hmm.
But Jonas just loves bugs, animals.
Snakes are awesome because it's the lowest maintenance pet you could ever have. Like, they don't make any noise. They don't really require that much space. You can give them a really cool cage that looks cool, so it's like a centerpiece.
I don't see the thrill in it.
But like, you only have to feed them once a month, and then you give them fresh water once a week. Super low maintenance. You don't have to take them on walks or anything. And they're just cool animals.
You don't have to take them on walks.
You don't, yeah.
Well, we don't have to take Mello on a walk.
We should. She's got so much energy. Anyways, going back to the question, as far as dogs versus cats go, I mean, I think a cat makes more sense kind of for that reason. They're lower maintenance. Like, Mello's litter trained from birth. We don't have to take her on walks, really. I mean, she kind of acts like a dog. She likes playing fetch. She'll follow us around. She does make noise. At least she doesn't bark. Barking.
It's hard because there's so many like pros and cons, because a lot of people aren't cat people, you know, which is like, it's sad because like I totally get it. Sometimes you have a really bad experience and a cat can suck, but like so can a dog. I don't know how many times people get dogs and they just don't listen. They pee on everything. And
yeah.
So I'm like, you can't really say that towards a cat either, because some dogs aren't that great either. But I feel like if you do find a cat that's really good, I think you can totally become a cat person if you're only a dog person.
And I've had a lot of people, a lot of friends say like they hate cats, but they like Mello, just because Mello's cool. Because like, it makes sense. A lot of cats, it's like, why even have a cat if they just run away all the time? Like, they're never with you. They don't do. It's like, you know, what's the point of even having it? You know.
Well, I guess if it's an outdoor cat, it'll eat all your bugs.
Cats don't eat bugs. You mean mice?
They eat bugs. They'll kill bugs. Like, Mello would go and kill a scorpion. Yes, our cats would kill the scorpions in the house and stuff.
Do they eat them?
They'll play with them and kill them. They won't really eat them, I guess, but they'll kill them for you.
Yeah, but anyways, we were going to get we were thinking about getting a dog. This was back when we lived in Arizona. My old job, I traveled a lot, and Mykayla wanted someone to keep her company at home. So we were thinking about getting a dog. We babysat Chelsea's puppy. It was the worst experience ever. Because
it was still a puppy. She was still getting it trained.
It was like barely potty trained.
Peed on the carpet, pooped on. I'm like,
had to wake up at like 4 a.m. to take the thing out to pee. And its bark was so annoying. It's a cute dog.
Copper's a lot better now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's just a puppy phase. But like, even still, like, I would not want to.
No.
Here's the other thing.
Too much work.
This is a recent thing. So in our neighborhood, it's still kind of under development, and there's not a whole lot of grass. But the strip, like our side yard has grass because we're like on the corner. And every frickin' person in our neighborhood that has a dog takes their dog to poop on our lawn. And someone wasn't picking it up. I don't know if it was multiple people or multiple someones. That made me really upset.
So then one day.
Here's what I did. Well, first of all, how are you like an adult human being with a dog and you just don't pick up its poop? You just leave it in front of someone's house. Like, that blew my mind.
That's so rude.
Like, blew my mind. Anyways, so what I did, I mean, first I had to shovel it all up so I didn't step in it, threw it away, and then we got some signs that said...
Yeah, I opened up a package one day and I'm like, what is this? Because I didn't know. Jonas didn't... I've been gone so much, I didn't know that there was poop and stuff, and Jonas is like, people have been leaving poop in our grass, and... It
was bad. Like, I had to shovel like 15 different piles of poop.
He ordered these little signs. I don't know. It said, please pick up your poop, or what does it say on it?
I don't know if you noticed, it's the exact same signs that our neighbor... like a block away has right next to the mailbox.
Really? Because they were doing it too over there.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
The fact that I have to buy a sign telling someone to pick up their poop is a problem. But there was a really funny sign I wanted to get, and it was like, I'm gonna butcher it. It was really funny, but it was something like, do you want to try yoga? Why don't you start by bending over and picking up your dog's poop?
You should have gone.
But it had a swear word on it, so I'm like, I don't know if that's it. It was hilarious, but. Anyways, and then what I did, this was the kicker.
I know, this
Shout
is the
out
good
to
part.
Vivint.
This is the best part.
So I adjusted our Vivint cameras where if someone spends more than 3 seconds on our lawn, it beeps, and it beeps loud. It's like an alarm. And so now we have really funny videos of
Jonas,
people.
I'll get a little ding on my phone saying like someone's on your lawn, and,
Yeah.
and so I sit there and watch the video, and I like see them sitting there and the thing's whistling, but they picked up their poop.
Yeah, so now we have a whole bunch of videos of people picking up their poop, and now I don't know if you've noticed this. No one even comes to our lawn anymore because it's so annoying.
That's good.
Have you noticed that? You haven't gotten any notifications
Yeah,
in
I
like
haven't.
a week?
Mm-hmm.
They just find some other
Well,
piece
they're
of
probably
grass.
going to the grass right out there and leaving the poop.
Probably. It's not our problem anymore.
I know, but still, it's like gross. Like we have a nice neighborhood, and you're gonna leave your poop in the grass.
I know, it is sad. Anyways, shout out to Vivint. Cameras are great. Long story short, I'm a mellow person. I don't really like dogs anymore. Do we let Mello sleep in our room? No, and here's why. Because she'll try and play at like 3 a.m. She'll scratch under the bed to try and get our attention all
Which
the
is
time.
so annoying because, like, growing up, all my cats would sleep in my room or sleep wherever, and they never. But Mello, just for some reason, it's like she'll wake up in the crack of dawn, and she'll start batting at things, like trying to wake us up to play. And I'm like, seriously? And then she'll start scratching stuff. So it's just like we just can't let her sleep in our room. It's just kind of more of a pain. I feel bad, but.
And so she'll cry at night sometimes. Here's the really funny thing. So she learned when she was young. She was probably only like 6 months old when she first opened a door. But so she's got these big old eyeballs, and she would always watch me open and close the door, just stare at me, and because she'd always want to come in the room, and she'd cry if we didn't let her in there. And then one day, do you remember the first time it happened? Scared us to death. We're in our room in Arizona, and all of a sudden our door handle jiggles, and I'm like, is someone here, right? And then it jiggles again, and it opens a crack, and Mello's meow. She's like real proud of herself. So she just watched us open the door so many times. She realized, if I jump up and hang on the handle. And so we got so tired of it. I don't know why it took us so long here. So we had to just lock the door at night. And so she would still kind of jump on it, but she can tell when it's locked or not because it doesn't jiggle as much. Anyways, but sometimes we'd forget to lock the door, or like we'd have to lock the door behind us when we're going out, because Mello also, she loves closing doors. She's really smart, but she's also really stupid because she'll open a door and then she's real proud, and then she'll close it behind her, and then she can't get out, because
she can't pull it open.
Yeah,
she can only
push
it.
And so there's been times she's locked herself in like rooms or bathrooms
all day when we're gone.
Yeah, so now so then we're like, we have to lock the doors when we leave, which is a pain, or we just put a pillow like to prop it open. And then I was just getting so tired of having to freaking stick the screwdriver in to unlock the door every time I wanted to go in our bedroom. Finally, last week, I bought new door handles. And so we got like the knobs instead of the handles. And I think we offended Mello because her bed is right outside our room because she likes sleeping there. She likes, being close to us. Every morning at 7 a.m. when my alarm goes off, she'll start meowing and scratching at the door because she wants, me to play and feed her. And ever since I switched the handles, she's just been sleeping downstairs.
Us, yeah.
I think she's like, well, don't care about you guys anymore. So it's kind of nice because she doesn't wake us up in the morning or keep us up at night, but it's also kind of sad because she used to always just sleep right outside our door. Mm-hmm. Anyways, that's Mello. Anything else you want to say about being a dog or a cat person?
I don't know. If you love your pet, you love your pet. So I don't want to offend anybody either.
Yeah,
but
it's probably pretty situational. There's some great dogs.
Yeah.
There's some great cats. Okay. Playing video games is our next hot topic. So I play video games socially, right? I never really play on my own, right? Maybe every once in a while. I don't even have any games on my phone. It's really just...
You have games on your phone. What are you talking about?
I have games on my phone, but I don't really play them.
No, I catch you playing them, and then we'll be
What,
laying
chess?
in bed. I don't care. And I'm like, can we cuddle? And you're just sitting there getting angry and playing on your phone. And
Probably because I'm playing chess with Tyler, because Tyler beats me.
It's still annoying.
Anyways, I don't really play games a whole lot.
You don't do it that much, but it still is annoying.
I do play video games with my friends. I have a Switch, and we'll play Super Smash Bros. I actually won a tournament the other week. I'll pat myself on the back for that, first place. I'm a professional esports athlete now. Mykayla wasn't even impressed. I'm like, hey, I got first place. She's like, oh, cool. Don't care.
It's a video game.
It's still cool. There's a lot of talent involved.
Go win on American Ninja Warrior, and then we can talk.
Yeah, that's the plan. I don't even know if we've announced it yet. I haven't announced that on social media, but I got called to be in the next season of American Ninja Warrior. So headed to LA in a month, competing again. Been training real hard. Anyways, going back to video games though. I play with friends. I think it's a really good. I think it's a good use of time when I'm with friends because I have a whole bunch of games we play, and it's fun. Sometimes you'll jump in. Sometimes we play Mario Party with people. I don't know.
I'm glad the only thing you play is Smash Bros. Because
Mykayla is very anti-video games.
it's just annoying. I think it's fine to pull it out sometimes and have fun, but then you guys stay up till like 3 in the morning.
Because we only do it like once a month, so we might as well get our money's worth, Make good use.
Worth?
I don't know. Just make good use of our time.
I don't know.
Think about how much time you spend watching Netflix, though, and then compare that to how much time I play video games.
I know it's fine, but it's just like you'll never stay up doing anything with me, but then when they come over, you'll do video games with them till 3 or 4 in the morning.
Because that's fun. All you want to do late at night is just watch TV, and we've already been over this.
Yeah, I know. They already know, so let's...
Have we ever fought about video games?
I don't think we've really fought about it. I just get annoyed.
But
I just let you do it.
You're just rude.
Yeah, but I let you do it.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. I mean, it's not that big of a problem. Although sometimes I'll go to hang out with friends and I'll grab my controller and you're like, what is that? Why are you grabbing your controller? Huh? Like, really? You're playing video games?
Because you said you were going to go snowboarding and then you go...
Yeah, because we did it after snowboarding.
Okay, well, I went
The mountain closes at 9. That's video games. Anything else you want to say?
No.
I was hoping Mykayla would get into...
As a kid growing up, we always had... My parents always, I always had a DS. I always got the new DS, and we would play, and we had the Wii. And, I did play stuff, but, I just feel like that was, for fun. I didn't, get into Smash Bros., which Smash Bros. I feel like is okay. It's not like you're playing Call of Duty or some weird thing on the PS4, right, or whatever.
I don't know. There's nothing weird about that. I've played it before.
I know, but I feel like it just isn't good for your brain.
What, to shoot people, you mean?
Yeah, just to sit there and rot in it for a long time. I don't know. Because people get really addicted to it, and it's just not good.
That's true.
So, could be worse.
Next one, screen time. How much time do we spend on our phone each week? You do more than me.
Okay, let's pull it out.
Okay, and first of all, while we're pulling it out, whose phone dies all the time? When was the last time my phone died?
Yeah, because I talk to people on the phone.
That's screen time. You spend all day just sitting on the phone.
Okay, what do I look at here?
Go to week. What does it say? Daily average. Oh, gosh. That's pretty good, actually.
I know.
Daily average.
I talk on the phone a lot because I call my friends and my mom.
3 hours? How does your phone die so fast then?
It's because of the FaceTime calls.
Okay.
What's yours? Yeah,
4
I told
hours.
you. Yours is always 4 or 5 hours. Mine's always 3 or 2.
Dang it.
Yeah. Funny.
That's crazy.
Well.
I don't know how to respond.
Siri going off.
Do you think you're on your phone too much?
I'm really not on my phone that much. If you guys have noticed, I haven't posted on Instagram in forever.
That is true, actually. You do send me a ton of Instagram videos, though, all the time.
Yeah, but they're cat videos mostly. It's funny.
Yeah, but it gets to be a problem. I'll be at work and my phone's buzzing, and I think someone's calling me because it's buzzing so frequently, and it's just Mykayla sending me a million videos at once.
It's cute. I'm thinking of you.
That's nice of you, but sometimes, I don't know. I probably spend too much time on my phone. I put a few months ago, I put time limits on some apps on my phone, like social media, which was great. But then I started using social media for work with my new job, and so I'm like, well, that's kind of tough, So I took it off. I should probably put it back on and just figure it out because
it's okay.
I don't know, because I'll find myself.
If you need to use it, just use it. Don't punish yourself.
I know, but the problem is I'll find myself like just checking Twitter for no reason.
I can't remember the last time I even looked at Twitter.
That's probably pretty good. But yeah, I'll just check Twitter for no reason, or just check Instagram. Or I'm in group messages with friends, and so my Instagram's always buzzing. I should probably just turn off notifications.
I also recently have been sick, so I just haven't been on social media. I've just been like so tired and sleeping in every day, so.
That's true. I guess that's a pro.
And I've been traveling so much, I'm like, I haven't even had time to like think of taking a picture.
The real question is,
anything to post.
Do we ever argue about being on the phone too much? Yes. Because Mykayla likes to sit on her phone. Probably the biggest thing is calls. Mykayla cannot do a call without it being on speakerphone. Right? Like, cannot.
Because I'm on the phone too long and it's annoying holding it up to my ear.
That means, first of all, it means you're on the phone too long. Second of all, you should just use your AirPods. I mean, your headphones.
I don't have AirPods.
I know, you've got your AirPod Maxes.
I don't want to carry those around everywhere. They're big.
You're just in the house. Just keep one on each floor. I don't know. You got
sometimes
earbuds.
I like you to hear what's going on.
I don't care about it, though. And, like, well, okay, because here's the thing. 90% of your phone calls is a conference call between your mom and your sister talking about drama.
It's not always drama.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You're like, this is a typical conversation. So Mykayla's phone will ring, so she'll answer, put it on speaker. I'm trying to do something. Now I'm dragged into this conversation.
He's exposing me.
And it's her mom being like, Mykayla, this is important. Wait, I need to get Chelsea on the phone. It's like, okay, so they wait, Chelsea on the phone, and then she's like, okay, are you guys both here? And they're like, yeah. And then she's like, guess what your dad did today? Or guess what happened to so-and-so? Or guess... And it's like, no big deal. And then they're just talking for a little bit. Or like Chelsea's like, I hurt my finger today. I cut it when I was chopping food. I'll call you guys back with updates.
She did. She did. It's actually really bad. She like has to get surgery now. I figured I don't want to like talk bad about Chelsea because she's going to be like, what are you talking about my finger? But she sliced her finger on she was trying to open a can and she went to like pick up the metal part and sliced it really bad. And so like my sister, she's just like, it's whatever, it's a cut on my finger. And she actually like thought she probably needed stitches. So she had a friend that was like, oh, my husband can do it. He's an orthodontist, does stitches. So he just went and stitched it, but he like works on mouths. But he stitched it and then was like, okay, after like 5 days, just clip them out. And my sister's finger ended up being like really bad. And she was like, yeah, this is not good. So anyway, she went to, what do you call it? Like a surgeon or what do you call a big person? I don't know.
What do you call a big person?
No, like
a surgeon.
Is it a surgeon? I don't know. She went to like a important person that had to fix her finger.
A doctor.
I don't know. A big time surgeon. I don't know. Something.
You're thinking of a dentist.
No. No.
Okay, keep going.
Anyway, she has like nerve damage and all these things, and if she wants to save her finger, she has to fix it and all these things. I don't know. It's kind of a lot, but she finally went to the doctor today. So like every day it's just been like an update of like her finger's this, her finger's that, and it's actually really bad. It's really disgusting. So anyway, and then they're going to Hawaii, and she's like stressing because like she doesn't want to go to Hawaii, but she needs to get surgery now because he's like, you don't want to wait, this is a serious thing. And so anyway, that's kind of been like the talk within like the last week. So it's kind of interesting because I've never cut my finger opening a can, and I would never think that it could ever happen that bad, but it did. It got her pretty deep in like her tendon and all the little nerves and stuff. So anyway,
that is a sad story. Like it is.
But it has been
better. Yeah, but
it has been the talk of like every day. It's just
but
like,
I swear she like calls you guys before she calls the doctor. Like, guess what? Just cut my finger.
Well, yeah, because she sent pictures of it first to tell everybody, and we're all like, oh, that's bad, and she's like, oh, it's fine, and then a dentist stitches it up, and it's not fun. Kind of funny, kind of sad though, but hey, at least she's getting the proper care now, and will hopefully save her finger, so she'll have her touch back.
Anyways, most of Mykayla's phone calls aren't that important. or it's like anytime something happens that's of any, I'm going to grab Mello. Anytime something happens that's of any size importance, like the littlest thing, Mykayla's first reaction is, oh, I got to call my mom, and I got to call Chelsea, and I got to call some friends, and I got to tell them.
Well, I think it's just a girl thing. Hopefully the women on here that are listening can relate.
Hopefully. I don't know, do you ever get mad at me for being on my phone too much?
At night.
I feel like it's just at night.
We've kind of already talked about this, I feel
Well,
like.
because it's
on here.
like, whole day's over, I finally lay down in bed,
And I just want
relax.
to cuddle, and Jonas is
And
like, don't
usually,
touch.
usually I want to read my book. Okay, usually I'm sweating because you keep it hot in this house, and so I have the fan on. I'm outside
Okay,
the covers.
Utah's freezing, and we keep it at like
And
68 in the house.
that makes me sweat.
It's freezing.
And you're trying to cuddle me, and I'm sweating to death. I like reading my book at night, but if I'm reading a really boring book, which I am right now, it's so hard to. The last thing I want to do.
Why are you reading it?
Because there's good stuff in it, and I already set a goal to read it, and I've had it recommended to me, and I own the book. I've had it for a while, and so I'm like, I just got to read it. There's good stuff in it. It's pretty dry. And so at the end of a long day, the last thing I want to do is like open up this book. If it's a good book, then that's a different thing. So what I do, I'm like, oh, I'll just open up my phone. I'm just gonna check the news. Just gonna see what I missed on YouTube. Just gonna read some articles about the Cybertruck because that's supposed to be coming up.
When is that coming out?
It's supposed to be this year. It's supposed to start production soon.
That's good.
Yeah, but then Mykayla's always like, get off your phone. So that's and then
Yeah, because then I want to stay up and watch a show, like to watch one more episode. He's like, no, we got to go to bed.
okay, because
then we sit in bed, and he's sitting there for like a whole nother hour just doing stuff and twiddling his fingers.
One episode on when I was a kid, TV show episodes were like 20 minutes long. Now they're like an hour and 15 minutes. And you're always like, one more episode. I'm like, one more episode, it'll be midnight. Or I could just spend 10 minutes on my phone.
It's not 10 minutes, though. That's the problem.
I feel like it usually is. But anyways, anything else you want to say about screen time? I feel like we've covered that.
Yeah. This podcast is brought to you by Healthcare, a new model of healthcare rooted in community to improve the health of all families.
Oath Care provides complete support for mothers experiencing the fertility, pregnancy, and pediatric journey. Oath gives you direct access to maternal and child health specialists paired with a support system of fellow mothers. Oath matches you with your own care team, a stage-based specialist, mental health therapist, and trained parent guide to answer any and all questions 7 days a week, all within one chat. Oath has ancillary care specialists such as sleep and lactation consultants, pelvic floor therapists, and specialists in nutrition, exercise, speech, and early childhood development that are tagged into your chat to specifically answer your questions, and they host weekly calls so that you can receive medical expertise that is paired with wisdom from the other Oath members on the call. Additionally, they have 4 stage-based communities as the initial way for moms to connect in the Oath app outside of their intimate Oath Care team chat.
Join Oath Care for a stress-free community to connect with fellow parents, moderated by the experts of Credible Support and Solutions. We provide judgment-free support and personalized guidance for motherhood. Expert moderated communities provide built-in and humanized fact-checking to ensure parents are receiving the most up-to-date evidence-based advice.
The community feature is free and always will be, and they have 4 stage-based communities where parents can ask questions and support each other through pregnancy, postpartum, infant, toddler, and young child. The support grows with you. You can find your own virtual village, and it's moderated by experts.
So 1, personalized guidance. Oath matches you with your own care team, a stage-based specialist, mental health therapist, and trained parent guide to answer any and all questions 7 days a week, all within one chat, which is incredible. Oath has ancillary care specialists such as sleep and lactation consultants, pelvic floor therapists, and specialists in nutrition, exercise, speech, and early childhood development that are tagged into your chat to specifically answer your questions, and they host weekly calls so that you can receive medical expertise that is paired with wisdom from the other Oath members on the call.
For more information, you can check out the website oathcare.com or download the OathCare app directly from the Apple App Store or Google Play at the link in our bio. You want to do the next one? Because this is all you.
Expensive skincare.
Cool.
Well,
That's all I have to say about that.
I don't even know, like, I don't know. It's hard because I can walk into Sephora or sit on TikTok and see all these things people post, and it can convince me to buy it. And so it's hard because with skincare, I think sometimes it can be way overpriced, but sometimes some of the more overpriced stuff is like better. So I feel like there's kind of like a in between. I don't know. I don't really use that much skincare. So for me, I don't really have an opinion that much. I just feel like whatever works for you works for you. Because I've had some cheap stuff be really great, and I've had some really expensive stuff be awesome. But I haven't even used skincare in the last like 2 weeks. Usually I use like a face wash and a face lotion. That's about it. Because I feel like sometimes when I start using too much stuff, my skin almost gets more irritated.
I could have told you that. I think skincare is a scam. You know what I do for skincare?
What?
Nothing. I mean, I try and get sun on my face because that's good for you.
I know
And
guys
if
don't wear makeup.
If it's dry, then I've got some cocoa butter lotion. And then if I'm in the shower, I'll get some extra shampoo out of my hair and I'll rub it on my face.
It is. My sister-in-law was talking about kind of how skincare is a scam. They make you put all these different tones and all the serums and all the different things. But then it's like you're also putting a ton of chemicals and crap into your skin, and a lot of the stuff that's in face stuff isn't even that good for you anyway. So yeah, I think it's kind of a scam, honestly. Mm-hmm. I think sometimes it is good to have a face wash and at least a face lotion. So if your face gets dry, put lotion on your face. But like Jonas says, he just uses cocoa butter and his skin's pretty dang good. So
I've got that 3-in-1 shampoo where it's shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, and I just use that for everything.
Okay, but I do think it's important to have good shampoo and conditioner if you're a girl. Definitely makes a difference. You cannot use I
don't know. Maybe that's okay. But yeah, as far as skincare goes, my skin's great. I mean, I get ingrown hairs if I shave too close.
Yeah.
But that's like a different thing.
That's all I have to say about skincare. Find what works for you.
Well, you should stop buying it.
I don't even buy it that much.
You buy it a good amount.
More makeup, but I do like to try things sometimes, and I'll use it up, but sometimes I'm like, that was not worth it.
East versus West Coast.
I don't know. Probably West, yeah.
What? How come?
I don't know, because we live on the West, and everywhere I've been to on the West side, I like a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in California. California's got some cool spots. And, I mean, I don't know if Utah's considered West Coast. I mean, it's not West Coast, but we're Western U.S.
Western.
Yeah, I just feel like there's more things to do.
Like, I don't ever go on the East Coast, really, I feel like.
Well, here's a question. Florida's super cool. Is Florida East Coast or is Florida the South? Because I've heard both. You know what? New York is actually also really cool, too. I'd love to go to New York. I'll say West Coast just because that's where I'm from.
I liked New York the one time I went, but it's also just dangerous and scary, and it smells like cigarette smoke everywhere you go, and it makes me want to vomit.
Are people nicer on one side, do you think? I feel like it's a stereotype
I feel like
that people are meaner on the East Coast, which I really haven't found. Like there's a ton of people in New York that were super nice.
I don't know. I feel like I don't really.
There's a lot of people in
meet
California
local
that are mean.
people there when I travel, though. It's more just like.
Yeah, I love Florida. If we're counting Florida as the East Coast, I might switch over to East Coast because Florida's a cool place.
Anything that has
Florida's
to do with Florida,
awesome.
Jonas is 100% in.
The weather's great. They've got cool animals.
Not when it's
crocodiles
humid.
and
I can't do
pythons
the
and
humidity.
stuff.
It's so bad.
They've got the ocean. They've got Universal and Disney. You're wearing a Mickey shirt. Look at that. Would you ever live on the East Coast? I know you said you wouldn't live in Florida. Anywhere else?
No.
Is there any place in the world you would live besides Utah or Arizona?
I don't know. I'd have to go and look at houses and stuff.
I'm glad you said that because there was a point in your life where you would have said no. real
I mean,
fast.
I'm still kind of sticking with no, but
There's so many places I'd like to live.
like where?
I think it'd be cool to live in Thailand. I think it'd be cool.
There's no good food in Thailand.
I like the food in Thailand.
I can't do it.
I think it'd be cool to live in Hawaii.
I
think it'd be
I
cool
could live
to-
in Hawaii for a little bit, but I think it'd just be hard being
Costa
far away from
Rica?
like family. I don't think I could do other countries. I just don't think I could do it. The food's just different, and to have to adjust and the time change. No, I don't know.
The time, you get over the time change in like a day.
I don't care.
That's, if you're talking about living there, that's like a whole,
Yeah, but then it's annoying because when you're on social media, everything's way different. Like when I travel for meets and stuff, it's annoying because like we post, it's like different time than it is here, and it's just annoying. And then you're seeing stuff like way later, and then you don't. It's not on. Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool because there's also, if you live in some countries, the cost of living is pretty low. So like you can buy
That
a
would be nice.
mansion in like Colombia for not a ton of money. You can also get
I would
like,
maybe
robbed
live
by
in
the cartel,
Tennessee.
but Tennessee,
Yeah,
why?
I don't know. It just seems like a good place. I'm excited we're going.
Yeah, that is true. I've never been
I mean,
there.
Sean lives there and Andrew, and they like it a lot. So
That's
a lot
true.
of people like Tennessee.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm
I'd
not
have to.
quite sold on it. I'll have to
I'm
see
not
it, I
sold
guess.
on it either, but I'm saying
When I think
I
of
could maybe live
Tennessee, I
there.
think of country music, which I don't really like, and so I'm not very much sold on it at all, but
me in high school, I would have been sold on it. I used to love country, but now that I'm with you, I don't really care for it as much anymore. I also feel like now that I'm married, country music just isn't the vibe anymore because it's always like so sad and with a breakup and dating and life, and now I'm like, I don't have time for
you're
that.
thinking of Taylor Swift. That's not what country music
Yes,
is
it
about.
is.
Country music's about drinking beer
It's
and
drinking
driving
beer,
on dirt roads.
relationships.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it is. You obviously don't know country music.
I would agree to that. Ideal number of kids.
I used to say 4 or 5 at the most. Now I say 3.
3. Hey, look, we agree.
You were waiting for me to say.
I know, but
already
it's because I already knew. I think 3 is a good number. I used to think it'd be cool to have 5 boys so they could be their own basketball team.
5 boys. I would
But
go crazy.
that's
I
just a
think.
lot of kids. I think 3 is a good number. You definitely don't want 1. No one wants to be
feel
an
like
only
if
child.
Was pregnant younger, I maybe would have gone for 5.
Just so
But
you
now
have more
just
time.
that I'm like 26 and we're trying, and I just, yeah. If I had more time, I'd probably go with more. But now that I'm kind of like towards the older end of the stick, and
What if you knew that you were going to have 2 sets of twins? Would you want that?
I don't know. I mean, sure, but be a lot of work.
That'd be efficient.
Yeah, but I feel like you ain't gonna help very much with a baby, so I would be stuck with 2 babies and I'd be struggling.
I would help. But I do think it's important to have siblings. That's like a very healthy part of growing up.
Yeah, I would not want to be an only child. I'm glad I have siblings.
I like my siblings. Well, the one thing, though, about having 3 is there's going to be an odd one out. Well, I mean, unless you have all of one gender, there's going to be 2 boys and a girl or 2 girls
Yeah,
and a
but
boy.
think about it. You have 4 siblings, and who never goes snowboarding with you guys? Ariel. So,
Well, yeah, that's just because she doesn't like snowboarding.
well, yeah, so there's still 4, and she's still an oddball, so I don't think it matters how many kids you have.
I guess. I mean, it's just nice that I have a brother and I have sisters. If my parents only had 3, I would have no brother and only sisters. So I might need to rethink that 3. Because I think it's important to have one of each at least.
Yeah. But what if we had 3 boys or 3 girls? And
Wait,
what would
if
you
we
do?
had
You'd
3
make me
boys-
have another one, and then what if it was 4 boys and
well,
or
see,
4
that's-
girls?
If we have 3 boys, that's fine. We can just stop there. If we have 3 girls, we got to keep going until we have a boy. No matter, we might end up with like 10 kids, but I think it'd be really cool to have a boy.
I definitely want one of each, but we'll see. We'll see what God gives us.
What is the best age gap between kids, in your opinion? Because you have some crazy age gaps.
I would say 2,
'Cause your oldest sibling is what, like 20 years older than you?
15.
That's a lot.
I think 2.
2 years.
2. But I feel like now everyone's like a year. Like everyone has a kid, and then when they turn 1, they're already getting pregnant again. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's kind of fast.
It's kind of fast, but.
Sleeping in. We are going to disagree on this one.
But you want to know what's crazy, though? Is I used to be an early riser. I used
I
to
don't
like
believe
getting
that.
up early.
I don't believe that. I can't see that in a million years. When was this?
Like in high school and when I was younger.
So when did it stop?
I think in high school I got tired all the time, but I'd have to get up at 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning every day for school because I'd be there at 6 a.m. because I had a 0 hour before normal school started. Then I'd leave at noon and then go to gym from 1 to 8. And then I think just from like not getting enough sleep and training all those hours and traveling and getting up early for school and being up late for homework, I just think that like that's where all the naps came in. And then I just was so tired that I'd just sleep. And I think one big thing I like to sleep is because I would get so stressed, and when you're sleeping you just don't think about it. So I think I just would like to sleep as long as I could because then I didn't have
about
to.
Life.
Yeah,
That's sad.
no, for real. Like even going back into elite in the Olympics, I would sleep until like 9 or 10 o'clock because I didn't have anything all day till practice started.
So now, how late do you sleep in? When you tell everybody?
9.
No. 9 is what time I start work. I don't get the
Yeah, I
first.
usually get up at 9, like right when you leave.
I don't get
You
notifications
go
from
home, or I mean, you go to work,
I
and you
don't-
leave at like 8:40. But like kind of right when you leave is right when I get up.
I don't get notifications on my phone from you, like texts or
Yeah,
cat
'cause I
videos
don't
on
always-
Instagram till like 10.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there and I get up and I go to the bathroom, I come downstairs, I eat some food, or I'll go work out.
And then you start bugging me.
Yeah. I don't need to text you the first thing in the morning. Sometimes I'll text you and be like, why didn't you say goodbye to me?
I hate sleeping in because I just feel lazy. I feel like it's really hard for me though because I'm just not really a morning person.
You do have your moments though where you'll sleep in
Yeah,
when
sometimes.
you're really exhausted.
Yeah, like it'll probably happen like once every other week on like a Saturday or a Sunday. There's just one day where my body just needs to catch up and I'll sleep in till like 9.
I also have to say Mondays are just really hard. Like at the end of the week, getting up on Mondays is just like the worst.
I've actually never understood that. Actually, let me take
'Cause
that
you go,
back.
like-
When I was in school, I understand that because Mondays were the worst because you look at a whole week of school and school's the worst. And that was more like high school. College is a little different. Real life is different. But I actually really like Mondays because it's like the first day of the new week. You get to start your week off with a good workout and a good day. I don't know. I try and wake up at the same time every day because it makes it easier. But then if I have a night where
Like
I'm up
when I was
really
in high
late,
school, it made it easy because
you should work on it. You should try it.
I should, but
Some days Mykayla sleeps in until like noon. I swear.
no, I do not sleep until noon.
11,
No, like 10.
10:30,
10 or 10:30, not 11 or
10:45. Sometimes I'll like be done with my whole day.
Yeah, but that's
I'll
also
work
if I
out.
don't set an alarm.
That's fine. I'm just saying. I'll work out. I'll eat breakfast. I'll like shovel the driveway. I'll clean the house. I'll like get some work done. Read a book, and you're still sleeping. And I'm like, well, that's life. Anything
Guess
else?
we can all say I'm a pretty good sleeper.
Anything else you want to say on sleeping in?
I don't know. I mean, when I did gymnastics, everyone just couldn't believe, like, I can fall asleep on planes, I can fall asleep in a car, I can fall asleep on the couch with the lights on. Like, sometimes I'd get out of class early and I'd be so tired in college, so I'd, go to the locker room and I'd just be passed out on the couch and people would start coming in, slamming the doors, screaming, laughing, chatting, getting ready for practice, and I'd just be there knocked out on the couch. So I don't know. Sleeping in is nice. If you like it, I don't have an issue with it. Jonas would say otherwise.
I have a little issue with it. All right, last one is a tough one. Saving money. I'm a big proponent of saving money. Mykayla's not. She sees no value to saving money.
I've been doing pretty good lately, though.
I don't know. You should see our credit card. You say that, but
I've hardly bought anything in the last couple weeks.
I know, but you make some really big purchases sometimes for clothes.
Yes, because I get big amounts, and then I did a photo shoot recently, but then I ended up not even wearing any of it, so I sent it all back. I kept one thing.
I don't know. I just prefer
So you'll get that money back. So right now it might look like a lot, but I
I-
really haven't spent that much. And I went to Scottsdale Mall, and I bought one thing.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And I bought you something, but...
See, saving money is hard because it's not really saving
Kate,
money.
Can
It's,
you
oh,
move
that's
your-
my knee. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not saving money. It's the problem. It's spending money because I don't really spend money. And so what am I going to do with it? I'm just going to save it or invest it. But Mykayla loves spending money. My thing
I
is
like saving some money, but I think
I just
should be able to spend some
I
of
just
it,
feel
too.
like I don't really need stuff. Like, I'll spend money on food. Obviously, you need food. But, again, I don't really spend that much money on food because I can live off of eggs, oatmeal, and protein shakes.
Yeah, so you shouldn't get so mad at me when I spend a little bit of money.
I should because you... What? That doesn't make any sense. It's fine to spend a little bit of money. Anyways, food's fine. But, like, clothes, once you have 10 shirts that fit you and a few pairs of pants and shorts, you don't really need more clothes. Like...
Yeah, but that's a guy thing. Girls...
I think it's an everyone thing. Like, okay, if I had 4 shirts, maybe I should get 3 more so I can have one for every day of the week. Okay? I've got like 15 shirts.
You have like 80 shirts.
Exactly.
Because you just get all these weird T-shirts that are so ugly. and
Okay,
you
well, I'm
wear
talking about
them.
shirts that I like wearing because I do have a section in my closet of shirts that I don't like wearing, but I just have them. But I'm just saying I don't really need clothes. And I don't really need stuff. Like, I don't know what stuff I would buy. I have a grill, and I have a phone and a laptop, and a TV. I don't know. That's
Just easier for guys.
it's like all, I've got a car. But I just feel like you're always buying stuff, and it's usually clothes, and makeup. But there's just like other stuff that you just get, and then we run out of hangers. We run out of closet space.
Yeah, but you also keep getting more shirts, more
We-
T-shirts that you don't wear.
Well, we
So you
can get
keep
rid of
taking
some of
more
them.
hangers.
Okay, the problem is not on me. You should look at my closet, look at yours. We run out of storage space in the cupboards and closets and stuff.
It's because holidays come up, and then at Target they come out with really cute home stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's so cute. So I like to change out the pillows and change the decor a little bit. Stupid.
I'm
It's
more of a
dumb.
big purchase kind of guy. Like I'd love to get a new house.
But that's just a guy thing.
I know. I feel like you'd like to
No,
get a new house.
I know, but I talked to so many guys and they're like, oh, I'd rather have a car. Or my husband went and just bought, he gets mad at me for spending money, but then he went and just bought a big dirt bike or a new car or...
I bought something for myself for the first time in a really long time. It was my snowboarding gear. And that makes sense to me because that's like a
Yeah,
hobby.
we even bought it at a discounted price, so
There you go.
there you go.
But I did spend a lot because the jacket and pants were expensive. Boots were a good deal. I already have a snowboard. That makes perfect sense to me, though. That's definitely worth it because it's a fun hobby. It's a good thing to do. I can do it with my friends. I can do it with my siblings. It's good to get outside. It's good exercise. And it's a new thing for me. Snowboarding is. My golf clubs. Bought myself that for my birthday. Same thing. It's a great way to get outside, be with friends. It's a good hobby. It's a fun thing to do. Those purchases make perfect sense to me. You buying another loofah for your face.
Sorry, I don't know.
Now, those probably don't cost as much as a golf set, but I'm just saying, I just don't get it. It's mostly clothes. The more I think about it, the more I think about stuff that you spend money on, it's pretty much just clothes. And I was hoping that once you ran out of closet space, that wouldn't be a problem, but you have run out of closet space multiple times over, and that hasn't stopped you.
Wow.
So we're stuck here for now. Anything else you want to
No.
say about saving
No,
money?
because we talk about this topic way too much.
I know. I feel like it always comes up, and I don't think we've made any progress since the first time it came up. Well, those are our hot topics. We already did this week's assumption last time because we split this episode into 2. So no assumption today, but we're grateful for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. New episodes every Friday. Also, I'm going to say this to actually make you do it. We were cleaning out a closet the other week, and we have a whole bunch of like merch and stuff that I think we got it from like samples. We had samples, and there's like some Olympic stuff in there. Anyways, we have a whole bunch of stuff that Mykayla was like, let's just take it to Goodwill. And I'm like, well, hold on. I'm sure someone wants it. So Mykayla's going to be posting on her Instagram story asking if anyone wants free merch, right? We should actually do it today.
Oh, no, I'm kind of tired.
Okay, this is what happens. For the record,
At some point.
For the record, when I say we cleaned out the closet the other week, it was like 2 months ago, and we've had a pile of Mykayla Skinner merch sitting on the floor over there forever.
It's in the guest room.
It's still...
We just have make it sound like it's gross, like it's just sitting on the floor.
I know, it just kind of bugs me just having a pile of stuff there. Anyways, look out for Mykayla's Instagram story if you want a chance to win some free merch. I don't know, we'll probably say share your favorite episode of the podcast.
We'll come up with something.
Something like that.
Something for you guys.
Anyways, well, regardless, we'll catch you next week.
I don't know, you close it out pretty good. I like when Jonas takes charge sometimes.
Thanks for
nice.
following along. Thanks for listening in. Those are our opinions on hot topics. Let us know your thoughts, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys next time.
Bye.